Hi there, this is Chris from MoneyHub, and this video explains what's going on with Air New Zealand Airpoints credit cards. So you might be aware that in late 2022 there was some government changes with regards to the law around what banks could charge merchants for credit card usage. Previously, a lot of merchants had been charged 2, 3, 4% for using bank credit cards. So basically if they sell something for $100, they've got to give $4 to the bank. That changed down to 0.8%, so 80 cents. And the idea was to make it more kind of valuable for merchants to, be able to do business and take away profits and money from the bank. So what this means is what the banks can offer you in terms of rewards has significantly dropped. And of course, Air New Zealand credit cards are not exempt from that because they are a rewards card. So what we've seen straight off the bat, and I'll just show you this this table, which is linked down in the video below. We can see that previously cards like the Air New Zealand Platinum Visa, the Kiwi Bank Platinum Visa, that all earn around $75 would mean one Airpoint dollar, maybe around $85, $75 or even $65 in some instance. That's all changed now, and it's now $110 gets you one Airpoints dollar, and $115 for Kiwi Bank, and for Westpac $110. But if you spend over $7,000 in 1 month, which surprisingly some people do, then you actually have to spend more money, or to get the same amount of Airpoints dollar. This is all very unusual, and this isn't something which we're overly impressed by because, of course, the annual fees, they've stayed around the same. So it's like $150, $180 for a Kiwi Bank card, $125 for a Westpac card, and alongside this, a whole bunch of other valuable benefits have gone. So gone were the days where the Coral Club vouchers were being issued. If you spent, $20, $30, $40,000, that's all gone. And also there's been some changes, with other sort of benefits in there. So this is all very disappointing. This is not something, that we're very pleased to see. But what this has meant is that all the cards offered by American Express with regards to Airpoints, become significantly more attractive. So we can see here that $59 equals one Airpoint dollar, and that's a lot higher. It's close to twice as high as something from Kiwi Bank and something from Westbank and ANZ. That's the numbers. That's the maths. So what you'll be able to see is if you spent $2,500 per month, then in 1 year you'd earn 508 Airpoints dollars with your Amex card, but then you'd only earn say 260 or 272 from other cards issued by the banks. So this doesn't look as though it's going to improve. This is what the banks are now offering because their interchange fees have been cut, whereas Amex does deals directly with merchants, and so they can always, or until something changes, they can offer what they offer based on the fact they have direct relationships. So what this means overall, if I just take us through the comparison for New Zealand cards, we have pretty much eliminated the cards from other banks from any kind of preference, primarily because the numbers just don't add up. I mean, you're spending a lot of money for an annual fee and not earning many Airpoints as a result. Not very impressed. We've broken up this guide into maximizing Airpoints, the pays for itself card, best card for families, best card for low spenders, and then best card for business. Previously, these four were pretty much populated by Amex and the banks. Now it's strictly Amex coming first, and that's simply because they offer so much higher so much higher earning rates for your spend, and with the annual fees being very similar, with the benefits actually arguably being better with Amex for the Amex Platinum card, the Amex Platinum Airpoints card, then we just can't really justify listing a bank product when it's expensive and low value. So what I've done is basically reorganized our points based on this news and based on the bank's decisions. So you can have a read through all of that. We just talk about what's going on here and why it has happened and what the future is. We've also shortlisted 2 credit card products. Full disclosure here, throughout MoneyHub we do work with some really great people, so I just want to say that yes, we do have a commercial relationship with Amex. but we don't get paid anything unless someone actually, you know, wants the card or like takes down the card. But, you know, we're certainly, you know, working with providers or with sort of innovative products that, you know, want to benefit consumers. So that's the disclaimer there. I just wanted to mention that. But it's just worth noticing that, you know, we are suggesting people do consider these two cards for Air New Zealand Airpoints earning, just because of the numbers stacking up. And in one card, for the free card, which is this one here, there's no annual fee, which, you know, obviously implied. And also it's got a higher earning rate than any of the bank platinum cards, which just says a lot. So yes, so having a read through, we've just said some must-know facts, which I really want to make up clear, like straight up, is that if you can't pay off the balance every month, then it's very unlikely that an Airpoints card is going to be sort of recommended for you or suggested, because the costs of servicing the interest are going to be a lot higher than you know, than just not having interest. So this is because interest rates are 20-25%, and what you learn from a Airpoints dollar earning credit card is going to be a lot less valuable than that. So please don't you know, don't progress these credit cards if you do struggle, because you're just going to end up paying more for a lot less. And they do work with you know, retailers and other cards. Just be aware that Amex is not like universally accepted within New Zealand. We've got a guide which I've linked down to below, but you should be aware that you know, some retailers won't take it, and that's something which is just a fact of life. Small cafes, things like that. So that is just that is one downside of having an Amex card. So rewards, we've done very comprehensive research into how to spend Airpoints dollars. I do suggest having a read of that just to make sure you actually want to spend, or, you know, would use the things that are available. And then be aware that your credit score is actually important in your credit history for these card applications. Some of the banks have taken a very interesting approach to qualifying their new customers for these cards, or their applicants. So there's a lot of paperwork involved. That's not something that we've sort of reported back from Amex, but certainly in a personal experience with one of the cards last year, it was a lot of paperwork, and it just never went anywhere because it was just, I've never seen anything like it. So anyway, that's my personal experience, but that's, I can't speak to everyone here. And of course, credit cards do favor high spenders, with the exception of the Westpac one if you spend over $7,000 a month. But for most people, of course, their sort of return on the annual fee is going to be a lot higher when they spend more per month. But of course, you have to pay the balance off every month for that to be kind of working out. Otherwise, it's very expensive debt. And lastly, cash withdrawals don't earn Airpoints. That may sound obvious, but they just don't. So you will pay interest as well on the cash withdrawals unless you've topped up the money. So what we've done here is we've shortlisted the cards. Have a read through that. We go into some detail as to, you know, what they offer, what the interest rates are, what the earning rates are. And then just in conclusion here, we've got some frequently asked questions, and it's just worth, you know, noticing that, you know, we continue to update these, and it's worth having a look. If you are looking for a platinum related card, which many people are, then we've got a dedicated guide, which I thoroughly suggest looking through, which talks about the the 4 cards on offer. And we have got this table which I previously sort of outlined in the video. So thanks very much for watching. If you do have any questions, do let us know in the comments below, or send us an email. We're constantly trying to update for the latest information, or not trying to update, we are. And of course, anything that's useful, we want to make our guides as complete and as conclusive as possible. So thanks very much. We look forward to hearing any questions from you. Thanks.